Hey guys, today we're working on the Goldwing 83 GL 1100 and we're putting in proper coolant. So when I bought this bike from the last dude that had it before me, he put this stuff in it, which I'm pretty sure. This is green coolant that has the silicates and is not made for aluminum engines. This bike specifically requires that in the owner's manual, and I'm pretty sure in the climber's manual for the repair manual. So this is the kind of stuff that you need. I picked this up at CT. It is made for aluminum engines and is silicate free. So let's get the old coolant out, get this stuff in. We'll have to mix this with distilled water because this is concentrate. Don't use tap water. Always buy distilled water, it's like $2. Alright, so we'll get the lids off the saddlebags, seat off, false tank off, and get to the rad cap. Okay, so in order to take the seat off, guys, we have 2 bolts down here. They're Allen heads. So there's one right here on this side of the seat, and there's one right on the opposite side of the seat. Sorry, it's kind of against the wall. It'll be enough problems for me to try and get at. So there's an Allen head on the other side, which will move the seat. This just slides back afterwards, and then the seat should pop off. And then we'll get to the false tank. So there'll be 2 bolts down here, which secure the false tank on, and there's one either side of these lower fairings. I remounted my horns here, as you can probably see, but there is a bolt up in here that we'll get to as well. Okay guys, so with the seat slid back and off, there's 2 10mm bolts that go here and here that I've already removed. Just undo those, and then we're going to take the 3 mounting screws here off of our lower fairing panel. So there's one here, here, and down here on the bottom. You can see that one right at the very top. That's the one that we need to get, which is holding on the rest of the false tank. Okay guys, so now with the 4 bolts removed, we can pull off the false tank. Now let's keep it in my little chair here so I don't lose anything. So with this, I always find it best to take and pull a little bit out to the side as you're doing this. That way you don't mess up anything on the inside. Like there's a bunch of electrical on this side, and then here you have your reserve for your coolant reservoir. So pull out to the side a little bit and lift this up and off like that. It can be tough, so you really just want to, when you're lifting, take and pull it a little bit. You're not going to damage it, just don't be bad rough with it. Alright, that's like that. Okay, so now we have our overflow for our coolant, and our rad cap is right there. And you'll notice this black line, that's where the reserve coolant runs down through here and hooks on right next to the rad cap on the left of it. So we'll remove this next. There's a 10mm bolt right here. Works best if you have a wrench or a very short socket head. So we'll remove that and then pull off the overflow tank. Okay, so I'm going to use a ratchet wrench for this one. Just add 10mm. Like that. Should be able to just unloosen it by hand from here on out. Et voila. Just that little guy there. So you can go in with the chair. Okay. So now all this basically does, I'll focus here, there we go, focused up. So this just slides back off, and then we can just move this out to the side. And we'll set it down on the bike like that. So now we can get to the rad cap. And let's just give this a little turn to the left, just to loosen it up, like such. And you can see we definitely have the wrong coolant in this. There should be either blue or I guess maybe orange. I think the Dex Cool is silicate free, but I know for sure that the blue stuff that I have here in the jug is the definite silicate free and made for aluminum. And you can see it's also made for Hondas. I'm pretty sure that's cars, but motorcycles is just a two-wheel car. So okay, so we'll get to the drain bolt next here for the coolant. Okay guys, so now we're down at the front of the bike now, so you should now have your oil here. So right down in here is your water pump, and you have your oil drain plug, and right underneath your water pump you'll see this guy. I believe that's a 12 mil, just from eyeballing it. That's the drain for the coolant, so we're going to undo that. We got our catch bin ready for it. Make sure you properly dispose of your coolant. Don't just flush it down the drain or anything, or throw it into a storm sewer. They have the hazardous waste days for a reason. So we'll get a 10 mil socket, bust that loose, and I still placed the radiator cap back on. It's loose, like I can just pick it up, but I have it on just kind of snug, because as soon as you go to loosen that bolt, coolant's going to fly out real fast, so be ready for it. Okay guys, so now take that bolt off right here. Okay, so that's actually wrong with that one. It's a 14, not a 12. So just crack it loose like that. Get the catch can ready, and undo the bolt slowly. There is a washer on this as well, so make sure you don't lose that. Okay, so I'm just slowly letting this go so it doesn't go everywhere. So there we go. As I say, so you see the washer on this. This one's actually, it's kind of attached, but there, so you see there. So don't lose that washer. It's important to help seal it. Okay, so now I'm going to take the very loosely rad cap off the top. Oop. See, that's why you kind of hold on to it. So that'll help drain it faster. You see, that's why you leave the rad cap on, and you just lift it up a little bit. If you undo this, it'd just fly. So take it off slowly, like that. Alright, so now the rad cap's off. Alright, spilt a couple drops, but nothing extreme. Alright, so we'll finish letting that drain, and while that's happening, we'll empty the overflow. Take that off, and we'll mix our new coolant with the distilled water. So, dump this in now. Ooh, blue. Fancy. Ooh. Okay. That was a little much, but should be fine. So we'll start by dumping about maybe half of this stuff, and then check and see what the level is. Don't want to overfill it. That's always easier if you pour from the side a little bit. That way you don't get those big old air gulps. At the same time here, I'm just gonna pause for a second and make sure that it's not leaking from the bottom. Alright, so we'll keep going with this. Alright, so there, that's full. Alright. Okay, so now I'm going to put the rad cap back on. You can see I got it just above the bottom of the mouth there a little bit. Make sure this is clean, there's no crap or anything on it. There isn't. Line up the little alignment tabs. Right. And turn it till she's not going to move anymore. Alright, so now we'll tighten the 10 mil back up here on the bottom. And just kind of snug, you know, this is plastic, so shouldn't have to be tight. And then make sure it's in the little groove up top here, which it is. See, it goes around. Now we'll fill it up with coolant. Alright. Now we'll get the false tank back on. And kind of same thing again as you're taking it off, just kind of give it a pull back on. So you get it over the, get it where that metal brace isn't touching the tank. And kind of just so it's a tight fit, and you really don't want to damage this coolant tank because I'm sure they're expensive to try and replace. Alright, so next we'll snug down these two bolts here, pop them in. So I hope you guys liked this video on the old Goldwing. If you have any questions, comments, other tips or anything you want to know about on the bike, maybe comment down, hopefully I can answer them. And remember to like and subscribe and stay tuned. Have a good day, guys.